Hello everyone, I'm with me and welcome to the Q&A. I remember when I first made my YouTube channel, I've always wanted to do one of these, and now I have the opportunity to. So, without further ado, here are the questions. The Twick asks, what do you hope for this channel to be a year from now, besides a year older? Well, I'm hoping that a year from now I'll still have an audience, But seriously though, I'm hoping that a year from now, my audience that I have now will obviously grow and I'll be at least above 500 subs. Hopefully in a year I could start a Patreon of some sort to make money from this, which is again one of my biggest freaking dreams of all time. But yes, hopefully from a year from now, I'll have a Patreon set up. Beej Price asks, what is the most impressive place you have visited? Well, as somebody who hasn't gone anywhere magnificent, the most impressive place I've been in is Carlsbad Caverns. I mean, not to crap on Carlsbad Caverns or anything, it's just that I haven't really gone anywhere far, I guess. I can ask more than one question, right? No, you can only ask one question. Wait. Oh, fuck. Can you see any benefits to being religious? Of course. Religion can bring hope to those who have family members or friends who have passed away, and a religion can bring some sense of community. Even though you don't necessarily need religion for a sense of community, it still can give you that. Was your journey out of faith sudden or gradual? Well, it's kind of a bit of both. You see, before I lost faith, I remember I was kind of very liberal, I guess you could say, on my beliefs. I supported gay marriage. I supported other people's beliefs. Everybody had the right to believe whatever they wanted. But of course, because of that belief, when I actually watched somebody who made videos about kind of against religion, I actually listened to what they said. And because of that, my faith kind of hit a wall. So I'd say a bit of both, but mostly it was sudden. Define spiritual. That wasn't a question. Okay, I'm just kidding. Well, the literal definition of spiritual is relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Now, since I don't really believe in a spirit or a soul, I believe spiritual is more of a feeling, you know, when you feel spiritual. It's like a feeling that's beyond this world, like getting really high. And I don't mean on an airplane. Feelings of intense peace and calm is like a spiritual feeling. There's a song by my favorite band Tool called Parabola. It's a great song, and it talks about life and how we should recognize our existence as like a gift and be happy to be alive. That's my opinion on what spiritual is, being in intense feelings of euphoric emotions. Atheist Comedy Center asks, in some of your videos you mentioned that God broke your heart by not revealing himself to you and just by basically not existing. Do you still have those feelings? I'm going to be honest, when I first started doing atheist videos, I did still have those feelings. Last year, at least for me of course, last year was the year of letting go. Now I don't really have feelings of betrayal anymore, and I can feel confident in saying my beliefs are justified logically. So no, I don't have those feelings anymore, although I used to. Virgin asks, since you bi and all, do you like big booty men and women? Honest question. You see, when it comes to my bisexuality, I am more of a submissive when it comes to men, and I'm dominant when it comes to women. I like big booty women, but I don't necessarily really care when it comes to men because I'm not going to be looking at that when it comes to sex. Okay, I said not to ask personal questions, but that was really personal. Oh well, I guess everybody knows now. Deconverted Man asks, what is the nature of the universe? The universe has and always will try to go back into itself. It'll always try to be the singularity it used to be. Just like our brains. Our brains are so condensed because our brains try to go back into itself. To become the singularity that it used to be. Just like the universe. What is your bank account number? 42. Did you see the songs I linked to you last video you did when I linked to you music of that since you had music on Music of War? No, I did not. Can you say the word pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis? With enough practice, I could. What is up with your face? What is up with your face? What did you think of the video I did about the video you did? I loved it. I was literally dying laughing in the pure embarrassment of what I created. I'll have a link to the video he's talking about it down in the description. Just go watch it. It's worth it. Bionic Dance asks, can I have a cookie? I'm sorry, it's the last cookie and I'm saving it for a friend. Sorry. And I'm gonna ask where you live. Earth is an acceptable answer. Okay, well, ask when you can. Laura asks, do you have pets? If you could, what and how many pets would you have? Yeah, I do have pets. I have a cat and a dog. If I could, I'd get a gecko of some kind. I've already had the cool pets, like I had a snake and I had turtles. Those are some cool pets, right? All I need now is a lizard, like a gecko. A gecko would do. And please don't have kids for a long time, if at all. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have any kids, at least not anytime soon. Shannon Q asks, do you have any future collaborations in the work? Kinda sorta. I've done collabs with my friend on his YouTube channel, as well as I've been a part of Pecan Gaming, which is me and my friend's collaboration gaming channel. Link in the description to any of you guys who are interested in gaming or whatever this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you could collab with anyone, who would it be? Markiplier's at the top of my list, and not for reasons you might think. But if he were taken, I mean, not available to collaborate with, definitely some people from the atheist community. I mean, I literally have a list of people that I think are the best channels ever, and I'd love to collaborate with any of them or all of them if I could, including you. It'd be awesome to collab with you. Tyler asks, do you ever see yourself recording out on the street, debating? Oh yeah, I feel like I could handle myself in a live debate now than before, because I've been watching a lot of apologetics for, I don't know, like 2 years. It'd be cool to be more of an active atheist in the community and to do more face-to-face discussions or debates like on the street while recording. That'd be pretty cool. Billy asks, what is your occupation or what career aspirations do you have? Well, I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, but seriously though, I'd love to be like a psychologist or a therapist at some time. I mean, like, helping people out by being there for them is what I love to do, so doing that professionally would be pretty awesome. Plus, as long as people are taking up oxygen, people need healthcare. It's a good field to be in, and it makes a lot of money. Dave Stewart asks, you have the ability to make one religion or belief system completely disappear, never to have existed. 1. Do you do it? If not, why not? 2. If you answered yes, which one? And 3. Why that particular system? I may get some slack for this, but as an American, I'd get rid of communism. It's such a promising idea that it's stuck at the promising part. I mean, plus it's caused way more harm than good if it's caused any good to begin with. This was kind of hard for me to answer because Nazism was very close, but I'd assume that if communism were to never have existed, Nazism and fascism would go along with it. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. I'd have to study history a bit more, but I'm just assuming that it would. And if it would, then yes, communism is top priority of belief systems to get rid of or never exist. Asian Chili asks, is your refrigerator running? Yes. Secure asks, in the future, when we as humans escape this planet, would you miss it if you left? Oh yeah, absolutely. Although I do doubt it's in my future. I mean, you never know. Could be in my future, could not. But yeah, I definitely feel homesick. I'd miss the sand place that I live in. There's a lot of sand. You know, on second thought, maybe I wouldn't miss it. Cause I don't like sand. Robert asks, which, if any, biblical contradiction do you find most demonstrates its errancy? I'm kind of on the fence about love everyone, yet stone those people to death who don't follow the rules. Or the fact that there are literally 4 different versions of Jesus' resurrection. No, seriously, I couldn't believe it either. Mark 16:1 through 8. Is that how you say that? Mark 16:1 through 8. I'll just say it like that, whatever. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome, and Salome brought spices, so that they would go and anoint him. And very early on the first day of the week, when the sun had risen, they went to the tomb. They had been saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance to the tomb?" When they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled back. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe, sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. But he said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. He is not here. Look, there is the place they laid him. But go, tell his disciples and Peter that he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him, just as he told you." So they went out and fled from the tomb, for terror and amazement had seized them. And they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. Matthew 28:1 through 3. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descending from heaven came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. Now, that's already bad of itself. That's like two different things. But no, I'm not done. Luke 24:1 through 7. But on the first day of the week, at early dawn, they came to the tomb, taking the spices that they had prepared. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they went in, they did not find the body. While they were perplexed about this, suddenly 2 men in dazzling clothes stood beside them. The women were terrified and bowed their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, but has risen. Remember how he told you, while he was still in Galilee, that the Son of Man must be handed over to sinners and be crucified, and on the third day rise again." There are some very similarities in the stories. You can see that it's always the first day of the week at early dawn, right? And both Mary and the other Mary were always there, but there was a guy in a robe, then an angel who wasn't in the tomb, he was on the stone, and then now there's 2 angels? But I'm not done yet. John 20:1 through 16. On the first day of the week, while it was still dark, of course it had to already throw that out the window, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the tomb. She ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one whom Jesus loved. Ooh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and said to them, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him." Then Peter and the other disciple set out and went toward the tomb. The 2 were running together, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent down to look in and saw the linen wrappings lying there, but he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, following him, and went into the tomb. He saw the linen wrappings lying there, and the cloth that had been on Jesus' head, not lying within the linen wrappings, but rolled up in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who reached the tomb first, also went in, and he saw and believed. For as yet they did not understand the scripture, that he must rise from the dead. Then the disciples returned to their homes. But Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb. And she saw 2 angels in white, sitting there where the body of Jesus had been lying, one at the head and the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know it was Jesus. "What?" Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" Supposing to be the gardener. She said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher, apparently. Okay, you've heard enough. As you've just heard, those stories are completely different from each other. The links to the verses themselves will be in the description in case you want to look yourself. That's my favorite contradiction of basically all time. Jesus, okay. And this was really fun to do. I'm so happy I finally got to do a Q&A after 5 years on YouTube. It feels great. But yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.